Hello, my name is Marcus and I wanted to do a bike check for this Volume Thrasher. This is the first non-complete bike I ever got. I got the frame. I won it in a contest in Southern California, and I put the bike together, I pieced it together. So I was just going to go over some of the parts that I chose. I'll start at the front and go to the back, but overview of the bike is it's a stunt bike. Specifically, a genre of stunts called trick track. You're doing little stunts on usually flat ground that requires balance and some technique. So this bike is set up primarily for tricks. It's not made for long distance commuting or any kind of racing. It's trick specific. So starting in the front, I have Skyway 24-inch tough wheels. Those wheels were chosen for two main reasons. The 24-inch, well, with a short frame like this, you have to get a smaller front wheel to avoid banging your tire into your toe or your crank or your pedal when you're doing bar spins. Bar spins are a typical trick that happens, so you have to accommodate the frame by putting in a smaller front wheel, 24-inch. The wheel is also very easy to stand on, and that happens during tricks. You can put your foot here and stand on the wheel. The tire on the front here is by Tioga. Power Block is the type of tire. It's a 24 by 1.75. I think it's just a typical race tire. The fork is from a Charge Mortar. That was my first fixed gear. It was a complete bike. I took that one apart to build most of this up. I got an SMC sticker over here, and then when I ordered the Skyway, I ordered some stickers because I thought it was they were kind of interesting and handsome looking. I have these black reflective stickers here. These might not show up on camera, but when you at night, they really light up. So that's the fork and front wheel. Going to the handlebars. The handlebar is from a Charge Mortar. That was my first fixie. Again, the grips are by a company called IGI. They're nice and rounded, so when you get hit by them, which happens a lot when doing tricks, it doesn't hurt as much. They're quite comfy, and the shape is nice for you know where your hands are, and you're gripping them in all kinds of ways when doing tricks. So these are nice grips for doing tricks. The stem is a Haro stem off my 2005 Haro Master. That was one of my favorite BMX bikes. I broke it, so that bike's retired, so I used the stem off of that. The top cap is from that bike as well. Okay, so let's talk about the frame. It's a Thrasher, not the magazine about skateboards, but it's a Thrasher by Volume Thrasher. It has a top tube gusset here and a bottom tube gusset. It has a hourglass head tube. Up here, the bike looks like it could withstand a nuclear blast. It's beefy. It's the type of riding I do on flat ground is not the main use where this bike would shine. It would be really heavy hits, jumping down humongous stairs, which I don't do. So the strength that I could see in this frame is more than I would use. But if you're doing heavy tricks, this thing looks bomb-proof. It is a pink to black fade, so you could tell it's quite handsome. That pink to black is also why I chose that pink front wheel. That kind of went with the color scheme. That it made it easy, and also the wheel was on sale, so it just I thought it fit. Going back here, has a mid bottom bracket, a cutout in the seat tube here, so you can really get a big tire real close in here to get a short chainstay length. All right, so let's talk about the rear wheel, and I guess I can bounce back forward. The rear wheel is a 650C. And that's an unusual size for a rear wheel. Um, the whole bike has a 650C rear and a 24-inch front. The 24-inch front really is necessary to avoid striking your toes, but you can, the 700C, which is more typical, did fit fine in the back. I just felt that I wanted to try something different, and I had free reign, so I built up a 650C rear wheel. It is an H+ Sun rim laced to a Crew Defender hub. The hub is then spaced to 14 millimeters using this Black Ops adapter here. The cog is by a company called All City. It's a 22 tooth, and I don't think they exist anymore. So it's rare. Then the chain is a half-link chain. Going back to the front disc is 41 tooth, rear cog 22 tooth, 41-22. It's quite light ratio, but for the type of riding I do, that ratio works great. The chain ring is secured with a hex head bolt. I like to use that regular bolt because I believe the typical stock chainring bolt is weak. And on this bike, I can't fit the washer behind the bolt like I like to do to get a really strong joint, but just the bolt by itself has proven okay for me in the past. The cranks are 160 by a company called KHE. They're called Hindenburg. They're a German company, so that's German humor. They're Hindenburg cranks. They're two-piece. There's actually a cap back here that's held in place by O-rings, just for aesthetics. It's a two-piece crank, and this isn't the bolt. It just is an aesthetic cap. The cranks are 160. It's nice because it helps with toe overlap, and also I don't use my straps much, so it keeps the straps from dragging too much. Going to the pedals and straps, the pedals are just generics off of, I believe, the Crew Defender or my Charge Mortar. I don't remember, but they're generic flat pedals, and then the straps are generic Welgo. I don't use straps much, so I only use them when I'm commuting. They help you come to a stop if you need to in an emergency, or during tricks like the min spin. It actually quite helpful to have straps for some tricks, but most tricks I don't choose to use them because I'm afraid of them. They're terrifying to me. So going back to the tires here, I guess I've been trying to figure out what 650C tire I like. I tried out the Gator skins. I like them, but those are 23 wide. These are Kendas. They are, I believe, 1 3/4 or 47 wide. And there's not a lot of options for 650C, or in ISO speak, a 571 bead seat diameter. So the rear wheel, there's not many choices. So that is what it is, and I'm just trying to see what I like. I don't think I talked about the seat post clamp by Wolf Tooth. It lets you change the seat height at will. Seat post off a Charge Mortar, and this is the Charge Mortar saddle. So that's the bike. It's a trick bike. Trick bikes, you typically see sticker bombs. So I have a Fish and Chips sticker, a 84 kick sticker, a Deacon sticker, and a collared shirt crew sticker, Jacob Ruff, Dylan, Santoshi, and Deacon stickers, and sticker from Suck My Cog on here. So it's just part of the culture to put stickers on from different crews, so I did that. Overall, it's a pretty fun bike to ride and do tricks on. And thanks for listening to me talk about my bike.